So hello my dear students, in the previous class I have told you all that how much important is land and soil for us. In that class only I have told you that there are 6 types of soils which are found within our country India. So first one is the alluvial soil. This alluvial soil is also regarded as the most fertile soil. It is mostly found into the northern plain of our country, India. Second one, laterite soil. This soil is highly porous and it soaks a lot of amount of the water. This laterite soil mostly found into the Western Ghat region. Black soil. This soil is also known as the cotton or the raggar soil. Why it is known as the cotton soil? Because this soil is well for the cultivation of the cotton. This soil is mostly found into the mountainous regions of the J&K. Red soil. This soil is red in the color. And why it is red in the color? It is red in the color because of the availability of the ferrous oxide. Desert soil. This soil has the texture of the sand, and this soil mostly found into the areas of the Rajasthan. Now mountain soil. This soil is mostly found into the mountain areas. Now we shall discuss that what are the causes for the soil erosion as well as how can we prevent soil erosion. So first, soil erosion. For the soil erosion, two main causes are there, natural and another one is the humans. First, it is very necessary to know what is soil erosion. The removal of the uppermost layer of the earth's surface is known as the soil erosion. This soil erosion mostly occurs by the natural agents. In the natural agents, there is the wind, rainfall, glaciers, tides, waves, etc. These are the some natural cause for the soil erosion. Another is the human. Yes, human is also responsible for the soil erosion because human is responsible for the deforestation. Besides that, maximum time the uneven pattern of the farming give some time to these natural agents to work on the soil, and as a result soil erosion took place. How? As we are knowing, in our country India mainly two crop seasons are there. One is the Rabi crop and another is the Kharif crop. Between these two crop seasons there are few months in which fields are left idle. So during that time there is not any vegetation cover on the soil, so it allows these natural agents to remove the uppermost layer of the soil, and this soil erosion is very dangerous for us. Why? Because it removes the uppermost layer, and in the previous class I have told you all that uppermost layer is also regarded as the most fertile layer. So when most fertile layer of the soil will be removed, how cultivation can be made? So now this was soil erosion. Now next one, ways to prevent soil erosion. there are various ways by which we can prevent the soil from being erosion. The best method is the afforestation. In the afforestation, a forest cover or the vegetation is planted, and as we are knowing, if forest or the tree will be there on the land, the roots of these tree will hold the soil firmly and it will not allow the topsoil to remove away. Another check on overgrazing. My dear students, overgrazing is also a main cause for the soil erosion. It mostly occurs into the hilly and mountain areas. In that area, people have the herd of the sick goats and other cattle. These cattle rear extensively, and by its grazing, the grasses will be uprooted, and when there will be no grass, then obviously it will result into the soil erosion. Next one, terrace farming. Mulching, contour barriers, rock dam, so what happens in the terrace farming? This farming is mostly practiced into the hilly and mountain areas. Terrace-like fields are being there, which used for the cultivation, and because of its terrace-like structure, it allows very less erosion of the soil. Next one is mulching. In this mulching process, between the two rows of the crops, some grasses are being planted, and this didn't allow soil to be eroded. Contour barriers alongside the fields, contours are being made. That contours either can be made up of the trees, plants, or it can be made up of the straw. It also prevents the soil to be eroded. Rock dams. These rock dams are the most preventive method to stop the soil erosion into the mountain and the hilly areas. Dams of the rocks are being constructed, so when flow of the water erode the uppermost layer of the soil, these rock dams stop the maximum topmost layer of the soil, and thus it helps in the less erosion of the soil. So my dear students, this was all. What is the land, what is the soil, how much important is land and soil for us, and what are the different ways by which we can prevent the land and the soil. Now another important natural resource, that is the water. My dear students, like the land and soil, water is also very important for us. Without water, there will not be survival of the living beings. There will not be any type of cultivation. There will be no plants, as well as water is also used in the industries for the cooling purpose. Besides that, water is also used for generating the hydroelectricity, which runs the big machineries. That's why it is our responsibility to prevent the use of the water, or to check the use of the water, so that in the future we should not be tensed or worried regarding the water. Why am I saying this? Because the water which is suitable for our use, that is very limited. So see here, as we are knowing, 3 by 4 of our earth is covered by the water. And this is the main cause that earth is regarded as the blue planet, because of the presence of the water from the space. The color of the earth looks like blue. That's why it is said as the blue planet. My dear students, as 3 by 4 part of the earth is covered by the water, but all the water which is there, that is not suitable for our use. Mostly 97.3% of the water is found into the oceans and the seas. And as we are knowing, the water which is found into the oceans and the seas, that is not suitable for our use. Why? Because that water is salty. Besides that, 2.7% water is the fresh water only. But out of this 2.7% of the fresh water, whole is not for our use. Maximum amount from this water is trapped into the glaciers, ice caps, mostly of the Greenland and the Antarctica. So if we talk about the records, then we can say that there is only 1% water for our consumption. One percent only. And one more thing, out of this 1% water, all water is not found in the ground, or all is not underground water. As we are knowing, mostly we consume the underground water. But out of this 1%, some water is found into the lakes, rivers, ponds, etc. And as we are knowing, by our activities, the water which is present into the rivers, lakes and ponds, that is being contaminated or that is being polluted. Is it? So, it is very important for us to use the water wisely. Now, causes of water scarcity. There are various causes which are responsible for the scarcity of the water. First one, urbanization, growing population, industrialization, etc. So urbanization, because of this, maximum people of the village areas are migrating to the urban areas or in the city areas, and as a result of that, the population in the city has increased to such a level that it is not fit for the level of the underground water. Why? Because when maximum population will be there, for their use, don't say use, for their daily use, there will be the excess use of the water, and because of that only, the underground table of these areas is reducing. Maximum areas are facing the problem of the water scarcity. Growing population, this growing population can be understood through this urbanization only. Growing population is also a main cause because the population of the world is increasing day by day. And to meet the demand of such a growing population, we have the requirement of the huge amount of the water. And as we are knowing that underground water is only 1%, that fresh water for our use is 1%, and out of that 1%, maximum is found into the rivers, ponds and the lakes. And we are knowing that the water which is found into the rivers, ponds and the lakes, that are not used by us. So obviously this is also main cause. Industrialization. Maximum industries are also responsible for the scarcity of the water, because these industries needed huge amount of the water for the cooling purpose of the big machines. There are some industries which are based on the marine, which are marine based industries. In that also huge consumption of the water took place. One side these industries are taking huge amount of the water, another side they are discharging the effluent, or we can say poisonous water, into the rivers, ponds and the lakes, which is making the water impure. So these are some causes of the water scarcity. Now, ways to conserve water. How can we conserve the water? Ways to conserve water. There are different ways by which we can conserve the water. First, we have to wisely use the water resource which is present onto the earth. For that purpose, we should check the maximum aspects from which we can save the amount of the water. First example, while washing our cars or any other bike or etc., we should use the bucket of the water instead of using the water through the pipes. Because if we will use the bucket of the water, obviously some water will be saved. Besides that, the most advanced and the effective method to conserve the water, that is the rainwater harvesting. Yes, to collect the water of the rain. For this purpose, we can make the artificial ponds in our nearby area, or if any individual is facing the problem of the space, then people can make the huge tanks on the roof of their buildings, so that the water which comes through the rain, that can be collected and can be used in the future. Besides that, we should also check that any activity of the human being or any other should not pollute the water. Besides that, we should also minimize the use of the pesticides and the insecticides, because these pesticides and insecticides have the poisonous chemicals, and these poisonous chemicals seep down to the soil and they make the underground water level pollute. Besides that, we should also check, or we should wisely use the wastewater. How to wisely use the wastewater? You have seen that in your homes, after washing the vegetables and other items, the water which is left, that is thrown away. That water should not be thrown, that should be used for various purposes like the irrigation of the plant or for any other. In the same way, nowadays maximum people have installed the RO, is it? And in that RO, we are seeing that that much amount of the wastewater is released. So we should not let that wastewater to go like this only. We should collect that water, and that water can be used for the variety of the purposes. So it is our responsibility to protect our natural resources, because if we will not protect and wisely use our natural resources, then problem will be faced by us only. So just take the oath that we should not pollute the water, we should not pollute the soil, as well as we should not pollute the air, so that there will be the continual survival of the human beings or of the living beings on the earth. So this was all about the chapter. Bye bye, dear students.